Hi, I'm Tanya, and this is Transformative Joy for the weekly reading of February 8th through the 14th. I hope y'all are doing well. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to spend it here with me. Let's see what message the cards have for us this coming week. Awesome. Or you might be watching it in the middle of the week, and that's fine too. All right. Or I'll get the deck. Bottom 30. All right. Wisdom. Let's see. Wisdom. Temptation. And triumphant success. Triumphant success, yeah. Awesome. Looks like we may be getting a little help this week with whatever it may be that you have to struggle with. Any habits, patterns, that sort of thing. But we've got triumphant success on our side. All right, so let's see. This is looking a little something about the deck. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Just gonna start pulling cards here. I hope that your week has been going well so far. I don't know about y'all, but I have felt with all the news, with all the headlines, despite the horror I feel, I've had this calm underlying sense that things that are happening now and things that are coming out for a purpose. All right, let's see. Shuffle one more time. I think I see a card. Yep. Card out of order. All right, let's see. What do we got? Ace of Cups. The Empress. Kind of feel like that's kind of going along with that Wisdom card. It's different, but here we go. Speaking of the Wisdom card, we got the Hierophant. And one more. And the Four of Pentacles. Definitely a lot of surprises coming out in the news, surprise messages, not all of them bad. But you will have help, right? Your spiritual practice, the wisdom that you have within yourself, you will have help, whatever might happen. Just looking, because we did in two different decks already pull the Hierophant. So something about tradition, structures, things we are learning. So let's talk to me a little bit about the Hierophant card. What is it you're trying to say here? Five of Cups. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Four of Swords. And let's see here. One more. The King of Cups. Okay, this week, again, I feel like, if you pay attention to energy, how you're feeling energetically, I mean, you can just pay attention to the news. And if you pay attention to astrology, right, those things, they're kind of all kind of all meeting together in the next, I think by February 20th. It's supposed to be a pretty big date, astrologically speaking, but there's going to be a lot of disappointment in the structures, in the groups or organizations. I don't feel this Three of Pentacles so much in the traditional sense, except for, you know, there are groups, structures, corporations, things that we have traditionally relied on. Even more disappointment coming out, and disappointment might be a small word for that. This week, it is very important for you to take time out to rest, to give yourself a chance to adjust, to regulate your emotions and your nervous system. I think it's going to be a time of setting boundaries for what you allow yourself to see and not see. Yeah, so talk to me about what's the temptation here. The temptation, the wisdom seems to be more about the need to take rest, the need to, you know, as these things come out, more and more is revealed, whatever that might be in your personal life, certainly is happening on a global stage. I mean, you can't avoid it, right? You can't avoid it. There's a need to rest and regulate your emotions. But talk to me about temptation. Is there anything that we necessarily need to know when it comes to temptation? Let's see. All right. And Six of Pentacles. Okay, well, I see that. Again, there's success. So whatever is coming, whatever is coming, you're going to be prepared for it. But talk to me a little bit more. The Nine of Wands. All right. Okay. And the Star. Hope. Again, this is, you know, regardless of what's going to happen this coming week, regardless of who is in the files or what new things we learn or discover about various situations going on in the planet or even in your personal life, don't get carried away with the drama of it. I'm not saying try to block yourself from feeling anything, or that if you feel something you're wrong, you are not. But it will be critical this week. It will be critical. There will be a temptation to just spiral out. And I feel like the guidance is here telling us that it is important to kind of stay grounded, consolidate our energy. We've got more than one four here. We got the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. And I think that right now it's saying be very conservative with what you do this week in terms of your emotional state. Yeah, in terms of your emotional state. Let's see. So the temptation might be to spiral out, right? The temptation might be to fall back into bad patterns or habits, maybe that you feel like you had grown out of, right? So is there anything else that you can tell us? Is there any other? Okay, there is it. All right. The Sun. Okay, this is a great card. That's a great card. I keep feeling the tides are turning. The tides are turning. Strength. What has been a world ruled and dominated by the ultra wealthy, and what has been ruled and dominated by people of power. We got the World. Okay, we're getting a lot. Okay, we're getting a lot of major arcana here, and I just kind of want to take a minute to look this over. We've got the Sun. We've got the Strength card. We've got the star and the world. I'm trying to cover this so I don't get caught by the sensors. Things are coming to it. What is happening vibrationally is like a purge. It's a purge of everything that isn't working. It's a purge of greed and of that lower vibe, right? But it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. So I feel like Spirit is saying, buckle up, practice the skills that you have been learning, practice the meditation, take time to rest, take time to give yourself moments of nourishment for your soul and your emotions, because it will be rocky. It will be rocky. What else? What else do you have? Two of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. See, times are changing. Things are changing, right? I just said that. Things are changing. It feels rough. It feels rough, but what we can't see, what is happening on an energetic and spiritual level, is a shifting and a purging and a removing. And to remove it, like, just think, as an analogy, if you eat something, right, that has bacteria in it that is not so great for you, the body reacts by purging it. The process of purging that bad bacteria is not a fun one, but the result is you get it out of your system. So I feel like, I'm going to say it again, I feel like Spirit is, and I just looked down and this was right at the center. I think this is critical this week, regardless of what's in the news, regardless of what happens in your personal life. Take time to rest. Take time to meditate. Take time to read spiritual books, or books that are uplifting, right? Feed that. Don't feed the lower energy vibrations. Don't get caught up in every single news story that comes out. All right. And it's a choice. It's a choice, right? It's a choice how we react to this. And I think our reaction will be important, because if we want that higher vibration world, and by higher vibration world, I'm talking about peace, love, joy, allowing people to be who they authentically are, regardless of what that means. And when I say that, I'm talking about sexual orientation, gender expression. I'm talking about people who would rather read and people who would rather play sports. I'm talking about those things. I'm not talking about being something that causes actual harm to somebody, like people on the Epstein list, right? That's not what I'm talking about when I say authentically be who you are. Okay. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify it, but I did. That's the kind of world, right, that we want to see. If you're watching this is probably something you're interested in. But that process of getting there is not just, you don't just flip a switch, like a light switch, and bam, the lights, the room is bright now. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so is there anything that we should do? Final thoughts. Or, well, other than the resting. Is there any final thoughts or things to watch out for? No, they said no. That's it. That's the message. All right. So this coming week in the Daily Anchor, we've been focusing last week on breath, and we'll continue that. We'll pick it up. These are things that are going to help you exactly do what this reading is suggesting. But I'm also going to introduce techniques that I've learned specifically to help regulate your nervous system. I have a feeling that's something that a lot of us are going to need. And these are techniques based, the one in particular I know I'll show you is based in like somatic principles, like EMDR, that sort of thing. Um, it is one of the most valuable things I learned in therapy. And I want to share it with you because you don't have to be an expert to do it. It's just a technique that helps. All right. Well, I look forward to sharing that with you later this week. I hope you have a great week. Please take care of your energy. Commit to your practices, the things that lighten your soul, because we will need it. But it's all for a higher purpose. It's all for a better world. All right. Have a great day.